I'm still learning. So I just wanted to say good morning and thank you so much to Karina and Mike and everybody at Abella Story and Company for having me back. So last time I know I had some technical difficulties. This time I think I'm a little bit more prepared. So hopefully you guys can see me, and please let me know if you can't. But it looks like we are up and running. So hop on and say hi to me. I'd love to see and hear where you guys are from. I know a couple of my friends from Kidding Around Yoga with Tina are coming on today, so I'm really excited to be able to kind of cross-share kids yoga with you today. So today, the class is going to be really for the whole family. And the reason I say the whole family is because when I get the kids down in resting pose, it's so sweet to see the kids kind of like invited in to snuggle with the parents. And it's just a nice little bonding experience. And I know a lot of us as parents and grown-ups right now, we have a lot of things going on and a lot of different circumstances. So just kind of allowing some of that calm and stillness to come in to us as grown-ups and letting that trickle effect go out to our kids. I promise you it's a thing. So if we can find stillness and a pause before we speak and before we act, then that trickles out to our kids and the people that we serve. So the goal for today is to get you and your kids up and moving. We'll do our meditation, Peace Begins With Me. We are going to do some more moving and stretching. I'll teach your kids the poses to the activity song called This Little Light of Mine. And good, okay, people are hopping on. So we're going to do the activity song, This Little Light of Mine. I'll teach you several poses. And then we will start a resting garden. Resting garden is the kids' version of Shavasana, and it's lovely. And hopefully I can fill you up with some really good vibes today and just nurture your soul and your spirit a little bit so that maybe the rest of your Wednesday goes fairly easy. Maybe even we get great naps out of all of the littles today. Fingers crossed. Let's see what happens. And then maybe you guys can get some rest too. All right, with that, it looks like, oh nice, we've got a bunch of people on. So let's go ahead and get ourselves started. So come to your carpet, come to your mat, whatever is comfortable for you. Some of the music that I play, a lot of the music that I use for activity songs comes from the parent company Kidding Around Yoga. Right now there is a great deal. It's like $4 to download all the activity songs. So you can have the music that I'm using today and that I've used in my classes prior, so that you can have it right in your house. You can set them to go and keep going and keep going. A lot of them are just like follow the leader kind of songs. So they're great. So with that, come down to your mat. We'll get our bodies warmed up. So crisscross applesauce. Find an easy seated position. Rock back and forth. Find those sit bones. Those are the bones in the hips that you sit upon. So rock back and forth. See if you're sitting up nice and tall. Top of the head up towards the sky. Ears over shoulders. Shoulders over hips. Take a deep breath in through your nose. And a long breath out. Deep breath in. Long breath out. Stretch your arms up, wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, wiggle your nose. And bring the hands down in front of you. Slide the hands forward, drop the chin to the chest. Drop the elbows, chin inside the hands for TV watching pose, or iPad watching pose, or how about read a book pose. And then drop the hands down to the floor, curl the back all the way up, take a stretch to the side. Hello, hand. Other side. Hello, hand. Come back to center, look up, look down. Slowly like a snail, look all the way around. 2 and 3. And other direction. 1, 2, and 3. Come back to center. Shoulders up, shoulders down, shoulders up, shoulders down, shoulders up, down. up, down, up, down, all the way around. 1, 2, and 3, and shoulders forward. 1, 2, 3. Smell the flower. Blow out the candle. Smell the flower. Blow out the candle. Draw those knees right into the chest. Give yourself a big hug. Drop the chin. Maybe even a kind word to yourself today. And then open your arms up wide. Look up towards the sky. One more time, give yourself a hug and a kind word. Open the arms up wide. Look at the sky. And then bottoms of the feet together for butterfly pose. Sitting up nice and tall. Nice job. So hopefully all the parents and the kids are warmed up. So coming back to my crisscross applesauce, sitting up nice and tall. So I introduced the meditation. I do some different meditations throughout the school year with my little kids. But really the one that I always come back to is the peace begins with me. And the reason I kind of come back to it is I believe kids love routine. I love routine. It makes me feel safe. It makes me feel calm. And it gives me that expectation of what the day could be like. So I use this meditation even with my older kids when things start getting a little bit out of control. All feelings are appropriate, but the feelings that make us feel uncomfortable on the inside, those are the feelings that we can kind of curb and manage a little bit by using our breath, by knowing how to still our bodies. And I feel like this peace begins with me mantra is one of the easiest because we bring our hands into play. Usually if you're sitting in a car seat, you can sit there and just work the fingers. And even without thinking it or saying it, it calms your brain down just a little bit. And then for the parents, if you're stuck in traffic or everybody's late trying to get out the door, taking a deep breath in through the nose and out through the nose. And just thinking peace begins with me is a great reminder that it starts with us as the grown-ups and it trickles out away from us. So with each word, we touch a different finger to the thumb, and that helps our brains to think more on the inside and less on the outside. So we say it in my class, we say it 3 times out loud. You can say it so loud that somebody walking their dog past your house right now could hear it, and then we bring it down to a whisper, and we whisper it 3 times. And then we close our eyes or bring our eyes right in front of our crisscross and think it inside our beautiful brains for 1 whole minute. So when you're sitting there with your eyes closed, thinking it inside your brain, it looks a little bit like this. And if you get distracted, just like with anything in life, just take a deep breath and begin again, okay? So let's try it 3 times out loud, 3 times in a whisper. 1 minute inside our brain with our eyes closed and our bodies really still just working those fingers. Ready? Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Now whisper, peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Peace begins with me. Now close your eyes or bring your eyes right in front of your crisscross. Sitting up nice and tall, take a deep breath. And think it inside your beautiful brain for 1 whole minute. Take a deep breath in through your nose, a long slow exhale, keeping your eyes closed for just a moment. Take a moment to notice how your brain feels right now and how your body feels. And then maybe bring in a little bit of love and gratitude for yourself. Maybe think about something that you love about yourself, something that is unique and beautiful about yourself. And then I invite you to think something loving and kind about your family, and maybe even something loving and kind about your community, or maybe your teacher, your friends that are at school or in your neighborhood. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, open your eyes. Welcome back. So just knowing that is a really short meditation, but even just from me doing it, it kind of just calms my whole body down. It softens my brain, helps me to just be a little bit more gentle with myself and gentle with my people. My kids are big now, but it still works even for the big kids. So with that, let's learn a couple of yoga poses. So the activity song that I'm doing today is called This Little Light of Mine. You may have grown up in your faith community hearing it. This is the yoga version. It kind of tells a brief story about yoga and how yoga is all about breathing and stretching and meditating, and then it's all about that still now today. But the kids' version of yoga also includes a lot of fun and dancing. So with that, the very first pose that we're going to learn, since it's This Little Light of Mine, is Star Pose. And Star Pose, you step your feet apart, strong legs, really feel all 10 toes pressed into the carpet or into your yoga mat. Feel your heels pressed in to the mat. Strengthen those legs, strengthen the belly, bring the belly button all the way into the backbone. Tighten up the hiney, roll the shoulders up, back, and down just to kind of get your body ready, and then strong arms out. Wide fingertips, really stretch and strengthen. So right now, everything should feel strong. So take a deep breath. Long breath out. Shoulders away from the ears for Star Pose. So it could just look like we're like Star Pose, but your whole body is strong in this one. So really strengthen, feel how strong, and then let go and be a noodle. There you go. Good. Okay, the next one is triangle. Triangle is challenging even for grown-ups, but we do a kids version. So I want to see a really wide stance. So big, wide stance with your legs. See if you can go all the way from put your toes wrist to wrist. Okay, does that make sense? So your wrists are right here, right before your hands. See if you can get your legs wide enough, but wide enough without falling. So try not to fall down. So the back leg, the toes are going to be pointed towards the wide edge of your mat, and the front leg is going to stay straight. Those toes are going to be pointed towards the short edge of your mat or the front of your mat, okay? Hands on your hips to keep your hips nice and even. Float your strong, beautiful arms out so that they're parallel or even with the floor. And then for triangle, you're going to lean towards the front of your mat as far as you can go, like someone's pulling your hands, but the bottom part of your body isn't moving, okay? So lean, and then you're going to drop that arm down, lift the other one up, tipping over like a teapot. So I'll always say lean, and then tip over like a teapot, okay? So it's a strong pose. The golden rule of yoga is what you do on one side, you have to do on the other. So now we're going to switch. So now this back foot is going to be the front of the mat. So I've got the front foot, the toes are pointed towards the short edge of the mat, and then big step back, the back toes are going to be pointed towards the long edge of your mat. Float your arms up, lean as far as you can go. See if you can go a little further, and then drop your arm down, tip over like a teapot, look up at your hand. You can always say, hello, hand, and then come back up. So a strong pose. Okay, so this isn't a yoga pose, but jumping jacks. Jumping jacks, I usually teach it like rocket ship. So the top of your hands, and then jump your legs out. So rocket ship And then I usually say pencil, but we're really jumping right back to mountain pose. So if you catch me saying pencil, it's just the way that I learned it when my kids were little. But in yoga, I should be saying it's mountain pose. So rocket ship, mountain, okay? And then with jumping jacks, you just get faster and faster and faster until you could even go in a circle. So that's a large motor skill. Some of the little kids might not be there, but they can just jump up and down in place. The next pose is tree pose. So tree pose, you're standing a mountain, you choose one leg, bring the knee forward, turn the knee out to the side. Our youngest little yoga friends may not have the balance yet, and they might get frustrated. Just tell them you're not there yet. It's something they can practice on their own. If they're already ready to balance, then we can start sliding that foot up the leg. So toes can stay here. This is still tree pose right here. Tree pose, you can still grow the branches, grow the leaves. That's still tree pose. Or you can bring the heel right underneath the knee and then grow the branches, grow the leaves. Or if they're a little bit older, or if they're in dance or gymnastics or they're athletic, then they can bring the heel all the way up into the upper thigh. Just don't put any pressure on the knee. Our knees don't work that way. And then we can grow the branches, grow the leaves. Golden rule of yoga, what you do on one side, you have to do on the other, okay? So then we'll switch sides. And then the last pose is crazy dance. Let it rip. Do what you gotta do. It's fun. So this is the part of this class, and especially this song. Just let it loose. And then after the song, we will go into resting pose. Okay. Let me get my music started. Just make sure it's loud enough. All right, here we go. All right, so start picking up your knees. Start running to place.
Yoga was created a mere 5,000 years ago. Imagine those master yogis practicing their craft. It was all about
breathing, stretching, meditating, and deeply relaxing. And now, 5,000 years later, yoga is still about breathing, stretching, meditating, relaxing, and for us kids, having fun.
So I want each of you to find that spark of light deep inside of you and let it shine, let it shine, let it shine.
Star pose. Stretch, nice strong bodies first. Take a breath. Out. And then you can dance the star around. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Bend the knees. Right into triangle. Big step. Strong arms. Lean. And then tip over like a teapot. Say hello, hand. Strong bodies here. Belly button in towards the backbone. Stand up tall. Take a breath. And then one. Other side. Big step. Strong arms. Lean. Tip over like a teapot. Say hello, hand. Belly button pulled into the backbone. Maybe a smile on your face. I'm gonna let it shine. Stand up tall. Take a breath. And unwind. Jumping jacks. Rocket ship. Mountain. I got it right. Rocket ship. Mountain. Rocket ship. Mountain. And then go faster and faster. I'm gonna let it shine. Stand up tall. Take a breath. Trees. Toes can stay right on the carpet or the mat. See if you can balance. You can slide the foot up. Try not to get frustrated. We're trying new things today. Grow the branches, grow the leaves. Take a breath and unwind. The other side. See where your body is today. Grow the branches, grow the leaves. If this is all too easy, see if you can close your eyes. Keep breathing. Stand up tall, take a breath. Take a breath and unwind. Back to start. Big, strong star at first. And then you can dance the star. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Big finish, bend those knees, sweep the arms all the way down and up. All the way down and up. All the way down and up. Namaste, the light in me greets the light in you. Nice work, guys. That was awesome. Okay, friends. Start bringing your body. Can you hear me breathing? I'm breathing a little bit heavy. Okay, let's start oozing the body all the way down. So for resting garden, we are going to, trying to pick a side here, we are going to stretch our bodies all the way up. So the back of our bodies right down on the carpet or on your mat. Open the palms of your hands, the insides of your hands facing up. And then lift one leg high in the sky, squeeze all the muscles tight, tight, tight. Roll the ankle in one direction and the other. Squeeze tight. Slowly and gently lower all the way down. Lift the other leg high in the sky, squeeze all the muscles tight. Roll the ankle in one direction and the other. Lift the arms high in the sky, squeeze all the muscles tight, 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 tight. Roll the wrists in one direction and the other. Slowly and gently lower the arms down, roll them around, and forget about them. Take a deep breath in through your nose, squeezing all the muscles of your face. And then on the out breath, relax from the top of your head, closing your eyes, quieting your voice, stilling your whole body, feeling relaxed through the bottoms of your feet. Keeping your eyes closed and your body still. I will sit up to tell my story, and you start feeling completely soft and relaxed. Taking another deep breath in through the nose, and on the out breath, imagine that you're lifting up into a beautiful fluffy cloud, a cloud so big and so thick, it holds you gently and safely inside. Feel the cool air coming in through your nose. Let it feel soft on your skin. And as you're floating, start thinking about a place that's special and unique and beautiful just to you. You could imagine a favorite place like walking on a sandy beach, feeling that warm sun on your skin, hearing the ocean waves rolling in and rolling out. You could imagine being in a huge field of snow, building a snow fort with your family or with your friends, and finding a cozy little nook on the inside, feeling that cool, crisp air all on the skin of your face. You could imagine hiking up a mountain, seeing the sun streaming through the leaves, hearing the crunch of those leaves that have dropped away underneath your feet. Or you can make up a place that's unique and beautiful, made from your own imagination. As soon as you know where you're going to rest today, slowly and gently lower the cloud down, gently climb off and start walking into your resting garden. Notice the colors that you might see, the textures you might feel. Notice the sights, sounds, and smells. But mostly notice how you feel in this space. I invite you to feel safe and loved, strong and proud, kind, brave, and able, calm and peaceful. For just a few moments, I'll let you rest, and then you'll hear my voice again. As you start to hear my voice again, start bringing awareness back to your space. Maybe check in and notice how your brain and body feel. Maybe notice if your breath has slowed down and deepened. Take just a moment to be proud of everything you've tried to do today. So knowing that sometimes it's frustrating that our brains know what we want our bodies to do, and maybe our bodies just aren't quite ready to do it. So let's take time to be proud of when our bodies try something new. Know that you are beautifully and perfectly made just the way that you are, exactly the way that you are, and that the world is so lucky to have you in it. Give gratitude for everything that your mind is capable of, knowing that the control we do have is oftentimes our response, or how we pause before we speak and pause before we act. So when we have that pause or that time to think before we speak and act, it helps us to speak and act with a little bit more peace and kindness and love. Helps us to bring a little bit more justice into the world just by showing up in a peaceful way. As you feel ready, slowly make your way back over to your cloud. Slowly and gently climb on board and let it lift you high in the sky. Feel the cool air coming in through your nose. Let it feel soft on your skin. And gently allow that cloud to take you right back to where you're practicing today. Slowly and gently allow the cloud to land and disappear beneath you. Wiggle your fingers and toes, wiggle your nose, and then slowly come back up into an easy seated position with me. If someone is taking a little extra time, try not to rush them. Maybe they just needed an extra moment in resting pose, especially if it's a parent or a grown-up that's taking care of you today. Let them take their time. But as you meet me in a seated position, because we are in the season of springtime, let's do bunny breath. And for those that are going back to their schoolwork today, let's get your brains ready to do a little bit more learning today. So bunny breath is 3 quick in breaths and a big out breath, and it goes like this. You can even put bunny ears up if you want. So we're going to do it 3 times. Quick in breaths, 1 big out. So in breath, out. In, out. One last time. In, big breath out. Bringing your fingertips all the way down to the floor. Take one last deep in breath in through the nose, gathering up all this beautiful energy into the palms of your hands. Exhale into heart center, thumbs to the heart, to remind us that we are all connected to one another by no mistake, even if that's just virtually connected. May the whole world be filled with peace and joy, love and light, and lots of peaceful children and families, teachers and nurses and doctors, and everybody that's serving us. So let us help create a world of peace by starting with us, because peace begins with me. Namaste. The light in me honors the light in you. Parents and caregivers, have a wonderful day. Children, be patient with yourselves. Be patient with your grown-ups. Thank you so much to Karina and Mike and Abella Story and Company for inviting me back today. It is a joy, a blessing, and a pleasure to serve you today. So follow me on Kidding Around Yoga with Tina, and hopefully we'll see each other again soon. Have a wonderful day. Bye.